for our grand final between the Viper and Tim. These two guys, they came through all 3 rounds of the elimination draft main stage, and they have both come out at the top. Viper at the top of the list, at the top of the table. Tim in position number 2. And now they will have a final best of 3 to see who will be the overall grand champion of our tournament. We have the Snake Eater versus the Sax guy here in our grand final. And up to the west of the map, we have the Viper playing as the Mayans. And over to the east, we have Tim in the red playing as the Mayans as well. Mem, what's it all about? What's this map all about?
Well, the grand final, Viper versus Tim. This map is one of the best maps for the Viper, to be honest. If you go for this, he played this map so great. And Mayans War, well, Timmy is not bad playing this map, but I really think that he might be even more favorite with this map. Hopefully we are going to get maybe some surprise, I don't know. But Mayans, great civilization. We didn't see this because Mayans was one of those civilizations they banned because they are so powerful. But let's remind that it's free pick civilization in the grand final, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to remind everyone of the settings in just a moment. But yeah, so obviously Mayans we've not seen so far just because they were banned out in round 1 because they're just, you know, super strong. But for the grand finals, obviously settings changing a little bit, meaning that players can get some of those nice, stronger civs back. So for the grand final, the final stage, the settings are as follows. Game 1, the winner of the Swiss stage chooses the home map from the pool. So Viper chose to play on Ghost Lake here, and both players will pick their civilizations freely. And that basically means that the players will both take the Mayans on Ghost Lake, because the Mayans on Ghost Lake are a pretty infamous civ, pretty well known for seeing Mayans on this map. And Viper as well. I mean, I remember back 3-4 years ago, there was a tournament where there was a lot of Ghost Lake games and there was a lot of Mayan wars, and Viper was just so strong with these Mayans on this map. So what we're expecting to see here, well, we're expecting to either see a rush into a flush, or alternatively into a fast castle if it's possible to get the wall off. Alternatively, we would expect to see archers, crossbows into plumed archers in the Castle Age, and then lots of rams and plumed archers in the Imperial Age. But obviously, it's not always as straightforward as that, and we're going to see how it goes down here. As Viper's got 5 villagers on wood already here before the 4-minute 30 mark. So sending those villas out to the wood there. You see Tim with just the 4, and with the 5th villager going out to wood, what do you think? A rush from Viper?
It's weird, it's not the standard to go, but I really think that they should go for the Dras and fast castle. This civilization is so powerful, and remember that in Ghost Lake we have a lot of extra ships all over the map. You can see how many ships got already Viper under the TC. A lot, a lot. The boar already taken. He's gonna go for the second boar. I think so. And he lost 2 ships from Tim. Tim got 2 ships there, so there's a lot more ships. I think the way to go is Castle Age, but we have to check the map. The main goal for the Viper is pretty bad. He's super forward. Well, you can wall that part of the map and then take it safer. He has a stone and gold at the back, but far from the TC as well, and in a really open area, so it's not really easy to wall this map. I mean, you can wall any map, but you have to make a barrack already. Yeah.
6 minutes, it's super fast.
Wow, for that the 5 village probably.
Sorry?
For that reason, probably the 5 village in the wood earlier in the game. Now that he has the barrack super fast.
He actually moved one of those villages away, but he went for the super fast barracks. Like, it's already 60% at the 6-minute 30 mark. That's normally the timing that people actually build their barracks. Now, Tim building his barracks as well. Again, very quick. And we're going to see that drush, I imagine, from both players here. The map, as you said, does have a lot of extra sheep, and Viper's actually finding those sheep very nicely. He does have a lot more sheep under the TC than Tim right now, and he's got another 2 heading over as well. So this is something that's really nice to have when you've got the drush coming in. Now, as you said, the gold for Viper's quite far away from his TC to the south, and that's why we're starting to see him wall this off right now. And in fact, we are going to see him palisade up towards this tree line. So a nice wall off here, keeping that section of his base safe. The top side of his base might be a lot harder to wall, though, so we'll see if he decides to go for the Drushfast Castle or if he's forced to make some defensive units in the Feudal Age. I guess it also depends whether or not Tim is going to try and be aggressive in Feudal. And right now, Tim not utilizing that barracks at all. He is gathering gold, but not training any militia because he's going Feudal first.
He's trying to go, yeah. He's going up.
And, well, nearly. He just needs the food. There we go. He's up now.
Man. Yeah, he wasted there
And
a few seconds. Yeah.
And he's long distance mining the gold as well, actually. I don't know if that was a mistake from him to not build the mining camp earlier, but the villagers walking back to the TC there, wasting quite a bit of time, a little bit of inefficiency creeping in to Tim. Tim, though, is open, and those militia are coming in towards that berry patch now. Viper's got his Eagle Scout nearby as well. Is Viper going to do some damage very early on?
Oh,
well, he might do. He might do. Oh dear, villager trapped.
One villager dead already.
Oh, that's rough. That is so rough for Tim. I can't believe he let that happen. He just let them walk in. He didn't even palisade it. Nothing. Viper's going to get a free vill, and in less than 10 minutes of game time. That is huge. He's going to come around the other side, and Tim... is Tim asleep? Maybe. It is very late at night for Tim right now, but he will get out with these 2 vills at least.
Peter's lobby there, and this is really important with Mayan civilization. That actually remember that the resources last longer. Viper gonna go for a fast castle for sure. Even more now that he can see he's doing the damage. Viper is walling all the map. I am on his point of view, and he's walling till the edge of the map or trying. Oh, he lost a villager also.
What?
With the wolf.
Where?
With the wolf.
Oh.
You cannot see it because the wolf is 7 HP. He lost a villager. And the eagle did a little of damage as well.
Oh,
so it was with the eagle. So now they are the same. Well, they're down both. Okay, well, and 3 militias.
Wow.
3 militias now for Tim. Oh, let's see.
Unexpected.
Let's see. Yeah, man.
Unexpected. And Tim already in the feudal age as well here. So Tim's going to catch up in villager count right now also. Tim trying to draw Viper back towards his TC. He's also doing the man-at-arms upgrade, but he wants to keep all the militia alive before the man-at-arms upgrade comes in. He's actually going to get a surround on Viper's Eagle. Wait, Viper throwing that one away, but Viper's got his eye on the prize, and that is going to be potentially another villager, but oh no. Tim going to delete the palisade, bait Viper around, and now he's got the man-at-arms to defend. I think Viper's going to be fairly happy with this drush anyway, even if he loses all these militia now. He's killed 1 villager, and he's bought himself the time to wall up. Although saying that, as you said, Viper lost a villager to the wolf at the south, and as a result, he is still open. But I don't think he's going to be too worried for now.
No, and he's not going for the fast cast, so he just decided to archery ranges, so he's going for feudal aggression, still with good economy. Better economy by the Viper. He got already a lot of ships in the bank. A lot, and double archery range already wild. You can see how Tim is walling now. He don't know exactly what Viper is doing because he's not exploring for a long time, and he doesn't have a single archery range. Well, don't be so surprised that he will try to wall absolutely everything. He's on the way to do it. You can see that he walled till the edge of the map, and in the north he's starting to make houses. He will try to wall all the map, and he's stone walling. Oh man, he's, well, final of a tournament. So he's going to play absolutely safe. This is also...
It's the Great Wall. It's the Great Wall across the map here from Tim. But I mean, on the plus side, this is going to negate any damage that Viper might do. And Tim here will spot the 2 ranges. He'll come in and try and delay the blacksmith from Viper here a little bit. His 3 man-at-arms are quite low, so they will die to the archers, I imagine. But he's still looking to harass the vills and do what he can. He's fine to throw these away, I think, because he's bought himself enough time to actually get his own walls up now, or at least start getting his walls up. Obviously, they build slower in the expansions. That's something that players might be caught out by a little bit. But yeah, I think Tim will get these wall up in plenty of time, even coming to Stonewall, the south side now as well.
Everything is Stonewall.
That Stonewall. Tim knows that that's probably the best way to play this, get to the Castle Age, you know? And at the moment, Tim's not on stone, but he will move over to stone fairly soon because he's going to want to probably go for a castle as soon as he hits the Castle Age. Viper, though, in the meantime, is massing quite a few skirms, a few archers on this left-hand side. Now it's him who has no information of the map, and he thinks, well, look how open the map is for Tim. There's no way he's going to wall this. This is far too open. Well, Viper's wrong. Tim will wall it, and he's completely sealed right now.
Team is strong with the walls, and now the advantage is definitely for Team. But by far, look at the farming. He has 1, 2, 3. Well, I will tell you really fast. 10 farmers. 10 farmers. The Viper has 1 farmer. One now
Two
the
farmers.
second. Now the second farm. Okay, he's sending the army, but that army gonna be against the stone walls. He need to finish that stone wall. It's only 200
And he's
HP.
still
Okay.
making skirms, and he's still making archers.
Wow.
So Viper here, you gotta be maybe caught out by this wall a little bit. I mean, he's playing versus Tim. He's got to expect this surely. But Tim here, yeah, definitely gonna be up to the castle age very soon. Would you look at that food count? Isn't that glorious? 600 food already, 100 gold, and a couple of villas gathering the gold in the south. Tim's going to have a fantastic castle time, and he's now going to start moving villas over to stone, as I say, for that castle once he hits the castle age. The Viper's going to know this, and Viper's got a couple of options. He can keep coming forwards and try and break his way through one of these walls or a weak spot, such as a house. But realistically, that is a very dangerous move to make. Viper's just going to have to stomach the blow here and stop production, I feel, and then go up to the castle age himself. So, but saying that, he's still making archers right now. Maybe he thinks there is still a way in. Maybe he thinks there's still some kind of an opportunity.
Well, the only thing I was doing during all this time is trying to check if there is a hole, because it's the only way that this game can be in a different position, because Viper has 0 resources, 51 population, yeah, a lot more, but Team just need to gather the gold and go up. Actually, if I were Team, I will go and make all the stone wall, don't even leave houses, because if the only way that Viper can come and try to break the house and I mean to kill the house and go in. Anyway, look at the resources. He's gonna have the market, he's gonna sell, and he's on the way to castle age. 35 population,
Very
but
nice.
the Viper 100 food. Come on, well, he's doing the market, yes, but he's gonna be an important advantage when he's going to be castle age, because the Viper will go castle age. But how many TCs will have Team? And actually, also probably a castle with plume archers. He has 300 stone already. Whoa! Well, it's unbelievable, man.
Viper's made quite a lot of skirms, which is okay, but plumed archers are just great once he hits the castle age, and Tim's going to have quite a margin on getting there. Now, Viper's seeding a lot of farms. He's stopped the archer production now. He's building a market at the back. I wonder if maybe he'll use his market a bit. Yeah, he's just bought some food. So he's not going to be super far from the castle age himself, and he will also be taking the gold at the stone as well, but still a big margin for Tim. And once he gets castle, you know, he's going straight into plumed archers, which are the better unit compared to standard archers and crossbows. And Tim's not spent any resources on military right now. No archers for him at all. This is really nice for Tim at the moment. It puts him in a very strong position. The question is, can he do the damage once he gets to the castle age? Can he outmass the Viper in those plumed archers? I wouldn't say that Viper is out of it by any means at this stage.
I don't think so. He's gonna try to push. I think he's gonna try to play safe. I bet that he's gonna make a castle where the goal it is. I will make it there when he gathered the stone on the goal, or in front where he got the mill. I think I will go in the goal. The most important is to keep that goal that is a bit exposed. Imagine if it's coming now, Viper with siege or something. You want to have that goal safe. And other than that, yeah, he will try to raid a bit with plume archers, but the game will go for Imperial with these walls. For sure. Let's see.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, Tim. Maybe a slightly bit greedy by adding a second TC before the castle. That's going to slow his plumed archer production a little bit, but it will give him a bit of a boost to his economy. Still, he's going to have the castle fairly soon. Viper, though, has clicked up to castle now, and I'm worried that Tim, with that TC, sure, his eco is going to be great, but maybe, you know, being a little bit later to build the plumed archers could come back to bite him a little bit later on. He needs 55 stone to build the castle. He's going to be building that any second now, I imagine. And then starting the plumed archer production, but it's going to be delayed by a few minutes here as a result of this second TC first. Still, I mean, there's nothing wrong with building the second TC first. He is completely stone walled up. Does give him an opportunity to pull ahead in economy as well. But yeah, I mean, Tim now has got the stone for the castle. Is he going to go third TC first? No, it's going to be the castle.
Castle in the goal. And actually, remember, Zach, Mayans, they are cheap, they are great, they have great economy. It's not rare to see a 2TC and Imperial with this kind of map. I don't say that he's gonna make it. He's still with a lot of on stone. I think that he will make. Yeah, well, he's doing a siege workshop, but he has great resources now, team. He wants to make the siege workshop before he's losing the blacksmith, because it seems that he's gonna lose the blacksmith. Oh man, you don't want to lose the
doesn't want to lose
blacksmith.
that.
Yeah, nah, he's doing another
The
TC.
chip damage, adding up over time. Viper, though, is in a great position once he does hit castle. He's going to have the resources for a castle. He's going to have the resources for 2 new town centers because he's got loads of wood. And he might consider a siege workshop on the front as well, actually. He's actually deleted an archery range to put down a gate instead, which is interesting. And now Viper's castle positioning is going to be important. Left side on this gold could be a really nice spot for it. I think you might consider there. Since it's on a hill. He could also consider on the right side, close to the golden stone in the north, but he's actually going to put his 2nd and 3rd TC down first, and then have enough stone for the castle as well. So Viper, I think, still a very good position, and he's going to take out the blacksmith from Tim in the south, because Tim cannot get a mangonel out in time, so Tim's going to have to rebuild that, and that's 150 wood, essentially.
Well, Tim did something really smart. Before he lost it, he did the bodkin and the armor, so he has already the +2.
He doesn't need it for a while, actually.
Yeah, but he did at the last second. He did the armor, so those plumages has the +2 and the +1. Look at those. So he doesn't need to remake the blacksmith, so it's okay. And he is still with 3 town centers already. So the advantage of it is not gonna be huge because Viper is there already with a castle forward, really forward
on the front,
in front. But he's doing extra TC, doing the university. It's gonna be Viper then, the one who is gonna go for 2 town centers? Well, I don't think so. He's gonna make more TCs. But the advantage is still on Tim. He's gonna have better economy soon.
Tim has a lot more villagers. Viper's got Tim's got 5 military, and Viper has 17. Viper has 63 pop, whilst Tim has 58. So Tim must be ahead by 5 or 6 vills right now. And he's got his castle up first, so he's already got the plumed archers coming out. Whereas Viper, he's got a few crossbows, he's done the elite skirmisher upgrade, and he's actually spent quite a lot of resources on the crossbow and the elite skirmisher upgrade. And he doesn't really have many units. He deleted an archery range, remember. He's not making more skirmishes right now, I imagine. So he's actually spent quite a bit on upgrading this army. And I'm wondering about that decision, because Tim's not wasted any resources here. There's literally 0 wastage. He's built plumed archers only.
He's way ahead now. I mean, if the score doesn't say, he's way ahead in economy. He has 1 mangonel. He did few plume archers. Those plume archers and the mangonel are gonna deal pretty good. You can see that he has already stone almost for a second castle, team, and he's like 10 villages ahead. I was counting those villages, and he was like 10, 12 villages ahead, and probably he's gonna be even more. He has 3 town centers also for the Viper. He's doing a 4 TC, but
okay.
Let's see. 4 TC, he's going for trying to recover. He knows that he's behind, but we are going to see the first fight there, the first blood in this final with the mangonel incoming. He's gonna notice the Viper, he's gonna notice the mangonel. He doesn't expect, but he's not shooting. What is he doing?
Shoot!
Oh my God!
There you go.
Wow!
What a waste!
But
what a waste!
He killed everything. But the thing is, he was there waiting for like 10 seconds, and Viper didn't notice. Notice. That is really, really sloppy for the Viper there. Whoa, baba boom! First baba boom.
He's the snake eater. I told you, Tim, the snake eater. No, that means that the crossbow upgrade was wasted resources. All of those crossbows died. They achieved nothing. I guess they killed the blacksmith, but man, Tim right there, a great start, to be honest. And okay, Viper's catching up with the 4th TC. That's fair, but I think he's going to get away with it because Tim isn't punishing the Viper here for playing so passively, I guess. He killed these units out here, but Viper is able to build this 4th TC quite comfortably. That's what I'm really getting at here. However, Viper's 2nd castle, nowhere in sight. Tim already building it right now, and he's actually building it way out here on the north next to these 2 gold mines. Really good foresight and future thinking here. This is really good by Tim.
Well, and now what you want is to try to go as soon as possible to Imperial. They are not. This is now a bit like a Regicide Fortress. I mean, you cannot raid. Everyone is wall. Maybe you can raid a bit on wood, but you need to go Imperial. Who is gonna go Imperial faster? We have the advantage definitely. Well, now some Blue Marches gonna raid some villages to the Viper. Maybe
Nice.
gonna lose some. No, he didn't. What? 2 HP.
2 HP. 2 HP.
Oh man. But
Okay, here we go.
resources-
Viper coming in. Viper coming in with the plumed archers now. And oh, I thought he was going to go for it, but then he saw the mangonel, so maybe not. But yeah, I mean, Tim has the mangonel here and the plumes. He has less plumes, but the mangonel could change this around completely. And
If he
we've also got
noticed,
the
if he
elite
noticed,
skirmishers
if he
coming in.
noticed.
Oh no, Viper's micro here. This is where it comes into play. Nice split. He'll take the mangonel. Retribution
Information.
for those crossbows that went down earlier on. Losing a single unit, not bad at all for Viper there.
Yeah, but look at the
Suddenly,
resources,
it's looking
Zach.
very good.
Look at the resources now.
Tim can hit him, yeah.
Gonna go Imperial, yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you go up on 3 TCs versus 4. You know, Viper's spending more food on villagers. He's gathering more wood as a result of needing to seed more farms. He's spending more food. But Viper won't be far from Imp himself. It doesn't look like he's close now, but give it a couple of minutes and he won't be. He'll be clicking up himself here. So still, I mean, Tim's going to have the edge getting up, and that's kind of important because Tim will get the first trebuchet out. He can launch the first attack, and he can now focus his efforts into that plumed archer spam from 2 castles at a time. He should be able to start outnumbering Viper quite quickly.
Well, Viper is doing a second castle, but like you said, being in Imperial that fast, and look, he's doing already 2 siege wards of forward, so he want to push there on that castle to the Viper that is still far from going up. Maybe he's gonna use the market and gonna try to go Imperial as soon as possible. He can make a 3rd castle team already. Really, Zach, 3 town centers with this civilization is more than enough in my opinion. Now he's losing some blue marches, not anymore. One for one, another one. Okay, he's doing the castle almost in the same spot. I don't know, but this is looking good for Tim, really.
Look at Viper's resources, though. Look at Viper's resources. He will click to the castle Imperial Age before Tim gets there. As I said, I mean, it might not look like he's close now, but give it a minute and he'll be clicking up. And there you go. He's up to the Imperial Age. And Tim, he's only at 66%. Viper is hot on his heels at 10% right now. So this is not bad for Viper at all. Sure, Tim might get the first treb out, but Viper's now got the bigger eco, and Tim might end up paying for that. So, yeah, I mean, really, Tim, very small window of opportunity to do some damage before Viper's able to start throwing the counters out. But Tim does have the first rams, and you know, one of the keys in Mayan Wars is to get the rams. A Viper here not queuing any rams just yet. He's gonna have to wait a little longer.
That's super important, because if you get the Imperial Age faster, if you go with the cap rams, also with a trebuchet, that's quite too much to stop it with the Mayans. The blue matches are not good. You need more rams as well. Onagers, or well, they are not going eagles in this battle. It's gonna go blue marches battle. So let's see. Team is gonna do what upgrade is he doing? He's doing pressure. Is he doing any upgrade for? I mean, any trebuchet? No, he's not doing cap rams.
No, he's doing one treb.
Rams.
One treb.
One trebuchet.
One
cap
treb and
rams.
cap ram. That's
Well,
nice.
Yeah, but it's important. I mean, now they are at the limit. They are using absolutely everything.
Oh.
And he's there.
Tim at the
He's
top.
denying that castle. Denying that castle.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
And he's gonna get Bracer, so he can fight. He can fight. He's got Bracer.
Yeah, and go
Tim,
to the hill. Go to the hill
take it.
advantage. Exactly.
No,
he's
he's going back. He's going back.
He's going back. It's scary movie, man. It's scary movie.
Maybe a
He's
missed
sending the rams.
opportunity.
Sending the rams. He's sending the rams already. Cap rams, and he's still in Castle Age. Well, this can be really important, and the trebuchet there with the +3. Really, if he's going now, but don't go back. Why are you going back, man? I mean, you are you got the advantage there. You have to push. If you don't push now, Zach, you lose all the advantage. Come on, man.
Yeah, Tim actually added a 4th TC in the corner, by the way. So Tim's not going to be far behind in eco either. Now he's got the treb. He's keeping the plumed archers behind the treb. I think it's sensible to stay back right now, because he doesn't want to lose his army just yet. He wants to keep them alive. He wants to keep the rams in front. He wants to keep the treb, the expensive treb, alive. Viper with the 3rd castle up, but Tim already going to town on the castle here from Viper. It might have been maybe only a 50% speed advantage to Tim to get to the Imperial Age, but Tim's already got the techs. He's already got capped rams. He's already got the trebs onto the castle, and if Tim had gone for the other siege workshop, he would have denied the capped ram upgrade, actually. So kind of unfortunate for him that he took the wrong siege workshop there, as capped ram comes in for the Viper now. But Tim is winning this fight, in my opinion, as he gets a good concave here, and he starts to do a little bit of damage out in the front. But then again, Viper suddenly has more capped rams, and don't underestimate the power of these rams in these fights. Seriously. The rams,
the rams are so important. If he's losing the rams, he's now going to go and get the trebuchet. Yes, he's hitting the castle, but those rams are going to take the fight back for the Viper. Probably. If he's coming now with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rams. He's now sending back the trebuchet.
Pack him up and get out of there. Oh, man. And Viper, elite plumed archer right now, faster than Tim as well. So now suddenly the shoe on the other foot. Viper has a huge advantage. The timing of that elite plumed archer, absolutely pivotal. The push with the rams, it just so perfect. And now he's got the ram advantage, he's got the tech advantage, and Viper here can take the fight. But then again, Tim going to try and come in using his ram as a meat shield to get some kind of damage done onto these elite plumed archers over here.
Well, they have some interesting upgrade. Elite plume archers, yeah, but now he has the +4 upgrade with the plume archers, and he has more numbers. Well, let's see. And he's gathering now more and more rams. Still Viper getting the advantage. Yes, those skirmishes are also supporting, but is he doing the elite? No, still not elite plume archers for Tim. He's at the limit with the resource. Siege rams, okay? Siege ram for Tim.
That's the one.
But you need the rams. You got the upgrade, but I only see one ram.
He has one.
Look how Viper, when he saw the siege rams, he's going back. Because the siege rams is probably the upgrade that can really change the game in this one. 156
Even without elite plumed archers, Tim can win that fight with siege rams. Viper, though, coming forward to do some raiding, it seems, with these elite plumes. He's bringing them down here, going to kill a villager that's building a siege workshop, and get some more on these woodline as well. Tim, though, prioritizing siege ram is a smart move. I wonder if he will have elite plumed archer fairly soon. He's actually idling all of his castles right now. He's got 2k gold in the bank, and Tim does have about the same population as Viper as well. They're neck and neck at the moment in terms of unit count. Well, I take that back. He's going to kill a few of these plumes here, I think.
He's doing the elite plume archers now. He's doing the elite plume archers. It's really important. It's really important that with the siege rams he's taking some good fight. But the problem is he has the upgrades, but now he doesn't have the numbers. You see, he's wasting the siege rams. He's now with the plume archers almost there. Fully upgrade for both players. Now he's still raiding, but is he massing? He's not massing rams. Actually, he has only 2 siege warships, one in the middle and one at the bottom. You need to mass or raid. Ooh, now he can raid with those plume archers. It's open? Is there a hole or not? No, I think it's wall. But he's going with a lot of plume archers. He's gonna raid a lot of villages. 158 population team. The Viper 170, and he's coming with the most important units right now. Sack 20,000 rams. That is going to be siege rams in 30 seconds. Whoa.
Yeah, you'll notice Viper will build a lot of siege workshops. He's already got 4 siege workshops on this front line here, and that means he's able to produce a lot more rams, and the rams are key in this game. As we've said already, the rams are absolutely important. Now, siege ram isn't there yet, but it's going to be there any second now. How many rams does Tim have? 2. How many rams does Viper have? 20,000 rams at the base of Tim's castle. That castle's going down, and without a castle, Tim cannot make more plumed archers. Tim going to take a fight in the center of the map, though. Viper's army is split, and we'll get quite a few kills. This siege ram here distracting Viper's army a little bit, but Viper going to take down this castle very quickly.
And that fight is not a good fight. Why you want to fight the plume archers when you see that he's killing all your castles? He's killing the castles, so you need to go there, even if, put your plume archers under the castle. Why he's taking the fight in the middle of the map? I don't get it, man. Really? And trying to get the siege rams. He's trying to kill now. Well, he's gonna kill the trap, but he's gonna lose another castle. How many castles left for team? Well, they still have 3 castles. You're gonna say
2, 3
castles. 3 castles. Still a lot castles. Okay.
He's still got 3, but his plumed archer numbers are dropping. Tim down to 160 pop. Viper actually at 160 as well. Surprisingly, Tim hasn't fallen behind too quickly, but he has lost so much ground in the north of the map. Viper steamrolling that, and now Tim's losing access to these gold piles up here as well. Tim does still have 1,400 gold in the bank, so he's not too worried about that for now, but it is something to keep in mind as the game goes on here. Tim, I think maybe it could be a good idea to try and raid a little bit more, but Viper is fully walled, of course, and maybe that could be something to consider with the obsidian arrows. Might be a way to get through the wall and raid with the plumed archers a little quicker. But anyway, Viper's rams, they're not going to stop. They're not stopping. They're coming down to the castle in the south as well. And does Tim have any upgrades for his castles? Nope. Just 4,800 health.
Nothing, but he has so many siege rams. The population is still strong for Tim, but he's pushing really strong with all the rams and gonna kill those 2 castles, and we'll have 1 castle left with 170 population, yes, and a lot of resources. But Viper is, well, less population, but the rams are doing all the difference here. The rams are killing everything. Well, another castle down and only 2 castles left for Tim. And don't be so surprised that he's gonna kill another one. Yeah, he's going, of course.
Yeah.
He's
gonna go to the top. Absolutely gonna go to the top. And there's a lot of plumed archers for Viper. He's also done chemistry, so he has the +1 attack compared to Tim as well. Tim gonna lose his rams here. Viper's got another 3 coming in. Tim actually gonna block the rams by putting the plumed archers in front of the castle here. Now that's pretty smart, but Tim's taking some pretty big losses as well, as these rams in the front are soaking up quite a few of those arrow fires. So Tim holding on for now, and he did a good job blocking the rams with the plumes actually. That was a nice play, but I think Viper might be pulling ahead as he will continue to reinforce and send the rams into this position.
But now he's sending some rams. He seems to be holding. Now he's repairing the castle. He knows that that castle is absolutely crucial, and still with a strong population. Viper, the same population as well. This battle is super important, and Tim is defending really nice.
Tim now has the rams in his favor. That's the defender's advantage right there for you. He's got the siege workshops closer, so he can send the rams out faster. Tim, though, out of gold. 15 gold in the bank. He's got no gold left. And where is he getting gold from right now? Yeah, he's got 1 gold mine. That's it. And if he runs out of gold, he's in real big trouble. Oh, no, sorry, he has got 2 gold mines. But still, he needs to regain control of the map here and get back into the north. And that is why you see Viper with a castle right there.
I was there, that castle. If he's doing that castle, he's controlling like 70% of the map, and he's gonna make the castle. Well, now Tim is sending a lot of rams, but Viper is coming with a lot of rams as well. That castle is absolutely crucial, and with 70% of the map, and I'm checking the mini-map, he's also raiding the lumberjacks. He's raiding absolutely everything, and the advantage is increasing more and more. Tim is at the very limit, while the Viper keeps just pushing and gonna get all the extra resources. I don't know how many castles he has, but I think he has like, what, 6 castles probably? 5, 6 castles I think he has, so he can expand through marches forever.
He's using the extra castles to just lock down areas of the map at this stage. And once again, the rams coming in. It looks about equal in the center here. Tim still doesn't have chemistry, so he is lacking that +1 attack. And we've also got Viper now taking the 2 gold piles to the north. So that's a really big development for him. Right now, Viper at 175 pop, Tim at 165. And once again, Viper ahead with the rams. And that's something that Viper does do quite well. He does micro his rams very nicely. So Tim firing at the rams non-stop. Viper at the back firing at Tim's rams non-stop. And you end up with these really derpy fights right here. Tim, though, still looking like he's holding on. He's still like he's got some fight left in him. But the gold is still a concern for me.
He just got, he's selling resources, but what resources? He's at the limit. He just got the chemistry, so that's good. Now he has all the upgrades. He's still with a lot of farming. Actually, he has 63 plume archers, while the Viper has 69, still have more, but the Rams is what is gonna kill the game here. It's gonna finish the game. And also Trebuchet, he's little by little pushing, and it's normal that he keep pushing because the Archer production is way better for the Viper. He has more castles, so
Yeah.
he will come with more and more cool matches. He's defending well, but little by little, he will advance and he should get the game. Oh, but now no Rams. No Ram for the Viper. Not a single Ram.
It's
And-
hilarious.
Oh, man,
As
it's
soon as the
unbelievable.
Rams,
What the
as
hell?
soon as the Rams are all gone for one player, it completely switches around again. Look how Tim's able to push forward now on this left-hand side. And Viper's army is split into two groups as well, so this is actually pretty bad news for him. The Rams, of course, going straight for the Trebs. Tim 160 pop, Viper 164. Tim, once again, defender's advantage, able to throw the Rams out. But, as I say, the goal, I want to keep going back to that. Viper does have this gold on lockdown, and Tim, he is mining his gold out. The gold in the corner is now gone. He's only got one gold mine left, and that's going to be a problem now for
Not
Tim.
only the gold, Zach, one castle for him.
Oh,
One castle.
yeah,
He has
one
ca-
castle.
It's game over.
He lost this one in the north.
He's one castle left only, so
He can't
I'm not-
produce.
It's impossible
it.
he can hold for a long. In 30 seconds, he will call the GG. Really, it's almost impossible now.
Well, yeah, he can keep making Rams, but eventually those plumed archers are going to die, and without the plumed archers, there is no way back in. So Tim's actually idling his castle in the south right now. He's still producing Rams, I think, or not even producing Rams, actually, as he's got enough gold for it. So, yeah, I mean, Viper's going to take the win, surely, as Tim drops now to 130 pop. And it all comes down to map control at the end of the day. Tim, calling GG. Viper's going to have it. And there you go. Mayan War on Ghost Lake. What a classic this is, though. It is an absolute classic matchup. But Viper doing what Viper does best and getting himself the win for game number 1.
Yeah, this map we said in the start, and when you talk about the settings, and remind me that now it was his whole map. Of course, his choose Ghost Lake, Mayan's War. He's super strong in this one. You can analyze whatever you want. He was in a good position, team ahead, or seems to be ahead. Faster in Imperial, he did the fast castle, but he couldn't hold. He got better micro. He did more Rams in the start, and when he did those Rams, he lost the advantage. He got, and he never came back. He was pushing little by little constantly. Never got raided anymore by team.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a little bit of raiding going on throughout. We did see a couple of raids from Tim on the wood lines on the front, for example, but we also had Viper raiding as well across the wood lines here. But really, I mean, the players prefer to just throw everything they can at the Ram War and the Mayan Plumed Archer War. Just look at all the Rams littering the floor here. It was a real hard fight for Tim in the end without any castles, though. And really, it was the lack of castles that spelled the end for him, as he just wouldn't have been able to keep up with that Plumed Archer production. I think we're going to hear a similar story from Niltford when we pass it over to him in just a minute. But let's have a quick look at the achievements, military stats. I mean, it was fairly close, 224 to 213, and even both players having the same army size. But look at the difference in buildings raised. Viper here did kill 16 buildings, and those buildings were, one blacksmith, and then a bunch of siege workshops and a few castles. And if you cripple your opponent's military production, i.e. take out their siege workshops and castles, then they cannot win the game. Even if Tim had a bigger eco, which, by the way, he didn't, it still wouldn't have been possible for Tim to win the game without those military production buildings. But we're going to throw it to Niltford now for his analysis of that one.